there's sometimes you don't see yourself the way people see you. There's still days I doubt myself, days I feel like I've not done anything so far. But it's a beautiful thing when you have people to remind you of how far you have come.
I am joined with Aliyah Morayo, who is a writer, a poet, a spoken word artist. And there's something she says. She says that no human being is ever one thing. She believes that we are all multifaceted. Welcome to this live session, Aliyah. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, quite tense. I think this is the first time that I'm doing something like this, so all my hands are sweaty.
Don't worry, you're gonna get used to it. You're gonna get used to it. I'm gonna make you feel so comfortable. But you've got something that's happening. But before I talk about something that's happening, you say you're a writer, a poet, and a spoken word artist. When did that all start? What inspired you to be all of that?
I think it all started when I was in secondary school, but I didn't really take it very, very serious. When I was in SS3, I noticed that I love watching this motivational video because back then I was someone with this kind of low self-esteem. So I resorted to watching motivational videos. Then I realized that when I was watching the videos, then I don't know, something in me sparked. I realized that I could play with words and I could write words. But when you don't have people that see what you see in yourself, there's no way you can keep doing that thing. So I would write, I would stop, I would write, I would stop, not until I get to. There was this a friend of mine. He saw it in me. He gave me 2 books. Then I started writing poems, but I didn't really believe in myself to put it out there. The first time I put my piece out there was in 2024, right? That day I went to my friend's hostel and he was like, "What do you do?" I said, "I do write." He was like, "Let me see." Then I showed him. He was like, "There are people out there who need stuff like this." Wow. So I summoned the courage to post it. Though it didn't really do well, but I ran away back. I ran back, I didn't continue, but I started writing back and I started showing up back around 2024, late 2024. I came across somebody, Joel Oyofe, then he organized one webinar like that, and that was what introduced me to Carousel. So I started using Carousel. Then I realized that my spark was coming back and started joining communities, writing communities. I surrounded myself with friends, and it was not an easy journey though. I didn't start with spoken word, I started with voiceover. But There was this friend of mine, her name is Chris Angel. Whenever I post like that, I'll just use visuals with my voice. Then she was like, "You can do better." So I keep practicing and practicing. And I think that's what built me till now, because there were people who were there to correct you constructively, not those who were like, "What are you doing? You should stop." But she was like, "You can do better." So then I keep improving, and that's what brought me here.
I love that. How do you feel looking at yourself from 2024 and 2026? What growth do you see evidently that's there?
I feel delighted. I feel great because from 2024 till now, I've seen people really reach out to me and be like, "Girl, your writing helped me. This helped me. This helped me." I'll be like, "Really?" Because there's sometimes you don't see yourself the way people see you. There's still days I doubt myself. Days I feel like I've not done anything so far. But it's a beautiful thing when you have people to remind you of how far you have come, your journey so far, and I think it has been very, very beautiful because I get to connect with amazing writers, poets, spoken word artists, but now I'm still growing.
I love that. Now I want to talk to you about something exciting that you're giving us. As much as you're like, you had to come out of this shy bubble and you had to believe in yourself. And I'm sure that whatever project you're about to release right now, many people have played a role. Tell me a little bit of what are we expecting from Aliyah Morayo?
Okay, so you are expecting, I don't know, I feel like life is a journey. And there are different roles and different aspects of life that we need to understand. Growing up, there's a time you get broken, trauma, there are traumas, right? But then you need to heal. Everybody says show up, grow up, but no one talks about this aspect of growth that is tiring. The days where you are awake by 2 a.m. questioning why you started showing up. So this project is like that aspect of me between my breaking and becoming. And trust me, I didn't want to do this. But as I said before, when you have people that believe in you, Treasure was like, Ali, I think it's high time you do this, right? See, there are days I ran back. I told him that, see, I'm not doing this thing. I'm not working anything. Because when I send an audio to him, Treasure will be like, no, go and be record. And it's always very, very frustrating. I mean, because you be like, okay, I think this is okay. Be like, no, you can do better than this. Then I have to go back and try and be like, okay, this is it. So this project to me is like a huge thing, and it's a gift to myself for my birthday that is coming. So I don't know, when people see this project, I want them to feel seen and feel delighted. They should feel this kind of way that, okay, probably someone understands us, probably we're not alone in this, because there's this aspect of faith too. When you are tired and still holding on to that tiny thread of hope, maybe there will still be light at the end of the tunnel. So this project comprises of healing, faith, becoming, the aspect of growth no one talks about, what it means to be upright, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it.
I love that. I can't wait to actually see what you've been doing. And for the second last question, how long have you been working on it?
Oh, I've been working on it since the beginning of this year. Because when January, immediately everybody shouted Happy New Year. Right? Treasure was like, I think we need to do better. We need to start doing something else. So I released my first piece on Spotify that's titled Who I Am. And it really did well. That was the first time I broke out of my shell. Because all this while I've been saying I want to do something on Spotify, but I never really took that step. But Treasure was like, Aliyah, this year we're taking that step. Yeah. No matter how hard I tried to run, but Treasure was like, no, we're doing it. So I released the first one, the second one, the third one, and Treasure was like, okay, we're not releasing any single again. We need to do something great and something bigger. So I've been working on it since like March. Like, when are you going to send me titles? I need to see the list of things you want to put. I need to see your write-up. I need to see all these things like that. But honestly, Treasure played a very big role in my journey for this year. He's a friend and a manager. Sometimes it can be annoying though, but he just want the best for me, actually.
Yeah, definitely. No, I love that. So now, any final words to the listeners, to people that are anticipating, any final words for them?
Okay, I just want to say that I will not say I'm perfect, right? But I hope that when this project come out, you receive it with love, because it took a whole lot of me for this project. There are days I cried and wondering, will this thing really work out? Will people like it? But I'm sure you're going to enjoy it, and just stay tuned. It's something you're going to like.
And I cannot wait. Anything new that comes up, any new voices, anything that someone has worked on thoroughly, and even out of fear, even out of doubt, you still are giving us something. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Guys, this is the shortest but the best live session. I can't wait to see you on the next one once you have had your big release. So guys, watch out for Aliyah Morayo, who is a writer, a poet, and a spoken word artist.